Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Wednesday. We're live, large and in charge, and it's so good to have you with us now. A fresh new season of Varsity Cup rugby kicks off next week, where the country's top young rugby players will be in action in the next 3 months. Now, to give us a taste of what we can expect this season, UCT and CPUT rugby players Xaba and Keadon Consul join us this morning. Great to have you here, gents.
Thanks,
Keadon, let's start off with you, man. What is it like right now, the spirit within the team, given that last year, CPUT, you guys finished 6th, I believe, in the Varsity Shield. You have a brand new home, new stadium. I'm sure the crowds will be packed out. What's the sentiment like around the camp now?
I would say it's quite buzzing on campus, seeing that we practice on our home field now, actually, at the moment. And the guys, you can see there's a buzz on campus that they're really excited because, I mean, it's the new home. And a lot of the guys, they just come to me and they say that we have to christen it properly. I mean, it's our first game that we're going to play on Bellville campus. We usually used to play it on Wellington. And when we played on Wellington, most of our broader crowd base would be from the Bellville campus. There would be like buses just going through to Wellington campus just to watch our games.
So home turf will certainly be packed out, and so the pressure's on the team, I'm pretty sure. And the same for you guys at UCT. The crowds are always out there in support of the team. Last year, not a very successful season for you guys, I think, by the standards that you've displayed in previously more successful seasons. You ended 6th last year. How do you see your chances, Nama, this year of challenging for the title, and how confident is the team?
Cats, I think looking at our successful years in 2014 winning, 2015 making the playoffs, and then sort of like a lot of senior players leaving, and then in 2016 we faced relegation, but the guys persevered through that with a new squad. I think we doubled our win percentage the next year, and we did the same in 2018. But just looking particularly at that log, at that Varsity Cup season, like it was the tightest finish. I mean, remember playing our final round-robin game against UJ last year. We just came a try short to make into the playoffs, and you end up finishing 6th, which was a bit disappointing. But yeah, we can just draw a lot of positives from that season. I think we kept like the same span of players, of senior players from that squad who are growing, and hopefully it just comes into fruition. Just more importantly, we just know what we as a team are capable of in terms of management and the players, and if there's a year where we can like really challenge for the cup, I think it's this year. And
certainly is this year. Like I said, that is the exciting thing about Varsity Cup rugby, is that there's always the challenge of continuation and building on teams, but of course giving young players chances as well, because there's always that revolving door, new players coming in, old players having to go out and progress in their careers as well. But in terms of the team that you're looking out for as the main contenders, and perhaps your biggest challenge in both the Varsity Shield and the Varsity Cup, of course, Marty's, man, reigning supreme for years now, most successful team in the history of the competition. Who are you guys looking at as your main big challenges of this year as UCT and as CPUT?
Yeah, just like firstly, like credit to Marty's. I mean, for like they won 3 Varsity Cups in a row, and last year they also won. I think they've undoubtedly dominated the competition, and I think after winning last year, they were definitely going as favourites. Like I know they are our neighbours and our closest rivals, but I think just the nature of the competition, and the way that it's grown. You can't go into a game overlooking a team or putting a team on the pedestal. So, like our approach is just, even though we want to win Varsity Cup, we just want to take it game by game and just like build on game by game and focus solely on the position. But if you had to ask me who I think will be the teams to look out for, I'd probably say Marty's. Obviously, they're the favourites, champions, defending champions. But yeah, I think Tuks will be back with a bang this year after the season they had last year.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the NW Puka, but okay, shout out to my boys out there. But, taking a look at the Rugby World Cup year that is 2019, what do you guys think about our chances as a Springboks of challenging the likes of the Irelands of the world, the Englands and the New Zealands? What's your take quickly?
I would say any team going into the World Cup, I would say that if they go into the next World Cup, they would obviously want to perform better than they did in the previous World Cup. Obviously, South Africa finishing 3rd in the last World Cup, they would want to build on that, and a foot in the right direction would obviously be to end up in the final, and obviously a bigger milestone would be to win the final. But based on that, competing against New Zealand, that I think South Africa is taking a step in the right direction. I don't know if noticing the test matches, like I can see them taking a page out of New Zealand's book by giving the young players a chance by the likes of honorable mention of Viwe Dejantu, who wasn't playing, that was playing Varsity Cup rugby not too long ago, giving him his chance, making that box jersey his, and also getting World Rugby's Breakthrough Player of the Year award, which that on its own is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, and hopefully that is a prospect that is not too far off from your own individual futures, pulling on the green and gold over your shoulders. Gentlemen, very good luck to you for the season ahead. Give us action on the field. That's what varsity rugby is all about, and make sure that you don't miss out on the action. We'll be bringing you those results after the games over the weekend.